How about taking only 30 minutes for your interior makeovers using just your iPad and AI? That's all. Yes, it is possible, and in this video I'm going to show you how. But in short, first, you test your ideas and concepts on the go, on your iPad, in the most flexible way. It's super fun and of course beginner friendly, by the way. And then based on that quick iPad sketch of your future idea, you create a realistic render using AI in literally seconds. And the thing is that these two mediums are closely connected because your quick iPad drawing serves as the foundation for your renders. Without it, AI results wouldn't be precise enough because by sketching your ideas on your iPad first, you'll be able to experiment without limits. You'll be able to test your furniture choices, color ideas, proportions, decor elements, whatever, without any limitations. You'll also be able to declutter the space and prepare it for your AI render. You'll be able to adjust inaccuracies, and you'll also be able to add all of those teeny tiny elements, in order for your render, for your AI render to match your exact vision in detail. All right, now we're going to actually take a closer look at this truly revolutionary interior makeover approach, I'd say. So let's jump right in. Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel on margin art, design and modern tools. Speaking of which, today in this video you'll see this exact mix in action and how you can actually integrate this incredibly creative, flexible and innovative 3D approach into your own workflow. In case you're new to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. It's nice to meet you. I'm Anna. I'm a designer, illustrator and artist. Besides, I run the largest iPad design and drawing academy, so you're gonna love it here. Now, before jumping right into our live design process on our iPads all together, we'll be working in the Procreate app, by the way, spoiler alert. I'd like to quickly address one important question so many of you might secretly have in your mind. If AI can do so many incredible things like generating stunning visuals in seconds, doesn't mean that my creative skills have become irrelevant. Doesn't mean that I don't actually need to learn how to draw, how to use my iPad and all of these things. Not that simple, my friend, because I want you to understand that iPad design and drawing isn't just about speed or convenience. It's about ownership. It's about you being in charge of your creative process. It's about you being able to experiment, test, and adjust even the tiniest things here in real time, on the go, in seconds, without relying on anything or anyone. It's about you being able to sketch over layouts, layer ideas, and combine your creative intuition with the best modern tools out there. So see, it's about your style, it's about your ability to adapt to the changing world and implement all of those modern tools into your workflow so that the combination feels smooth and so that integration only enhances your creative process. And it's about your expressive touch, and none of that can be replaced or generated by AI. I want you to understand that. Also, yes, of course, AI can help us come up with truly brilliant ideas. It helps us speed up our creative process and save so much time and money, right? But on the other hand, I cannot imagine AI sitting in front of our clients and saying something like, okay, this is the direction we can move on, or this is how I imagine this or that space, or something like that. It still cannot respond in real time. It cannot feel. And at the end of the day, we are the ones who write all of those prompts, who pick the final visuals generated by AI, right? So our task is to find that sweet spot where we integrate AI and all of the modern tools into our workflow without losing our soul, so to speak. And especially I feel like nowadays, in our so fast changing reality, it's crucial to stay human, unique, with our personal voice, but again, showing that we are ready to adapt to the changing reality. Now, another huge benefit of why you should stick to iPad drawing is kind of obvious and goes without saying, but I still want to mention it. Digital drawing allows us to create without limits. It helps us eliminate the fear of messing up. It helps us eliminate the fear of creating the wrong line or mess up the proportions. Because when we draw on paper, the process feels a little bit limited because one wrong step and we need to start over. This was, by the way, one of the reasons why I decided to switch to digital drawing after drawing on paper for almost a decade, because I didn't want my creativity to be boxed into all of those materials. I was a broke interior design student back then, and I couldn't afford buying all of those Copic markers and endless sketchbooks in order for my ideas to just flow. This is why when I got my very first iPad as a birthday present, I felt reborn as a creative, because there are no limits for my imagination, no limits for testing ideas, so many brushes, and of course all of those colors. It felt, just like so much freedom for my creative process. And this is why today I want to show you this freedom. I want to show you this possibility of how you can actually merge your creative vision with the power of modern tools like iPad AI without losing your creative touch, so to speak. And now we're ready to move on to our iPad design process. And actually, I have something for you before switching the camera angles. I've prepared a free guide for you on the top 5 quick and simple ways to design spaces with iPad and AI. Make sure to download it right below this video. It is absolutely free and it's gonna be your perfect first step on your new creative journey with these modern tools paired with your sketching techniques. Now let's jump right into our long-awaited creative session. Welcome to my Procreate world, everyone. Now I'd like to quickly show you the behind the scenes of the design process of turning this computer model into a lively interior design concept in less than 30 minutes. Before and after. And then, based on this quick iPad sketch, I decided to create an AI render together with ChatGPT. This is the result, and I achieved this result from the first attempt. This is the power of this iPad quick sketch technique. Now, I'd like to quickly walk you through the entire process. First, you obviously import your computer model. Mind you, by the way, this technique is also applicable to simple photos. In case, I don't know, you have a picture of the space that needs to be redesigned and you don't have a computer model, then the approach remains the same, obvious. And then look, step by step, you start importing things, you start testing colors. Here we see that we are able to test different bed options in case you have more and you're not sure which kind of bed, I don't know, would suit this or that space. Here I only have one, obviously, because I decided to go with this one, but you see, because I was working on a separate layer, it allows me to stay flexible in my design. Then the same goes, let's say, for the closet. You can test different designs. The thing is that we already have the proportions, right, for our bedroom. Only design is missing. And here you can literally work on separate layers in order to be able to test different choices in minutes. Just look at it. You can then click select, create a new layer, and then either, I don't know, recolor your wardrobe, even insert different textures. You can do whatever you want. And speaking of inserting different textures, this is how I inserted the wood texture for the floor. Let's say you'd like, I don't know, to experiment with different textures for your floor, whether it's gonna be light or dark wood or something like that. The iPad technique will allow you to do so. Then in case you'd like to experiment with different lamps, same story. Same story for the decor elements. Here, however, this is kind of a funny story, and I actually like how ChatGPT gave me an idea of adding actually curtains here, because my initial idea was to have wooden planks, and ChatGPT saw it as curtains, and I actually loved the final result. Once again, here's the final render, and this is our design. I feel like I really like the idea with the curtains. So see, AI will also give you enhancement ideas for your own designs, as it did for me. In case you'd like to test different chair options, same story, you have different layers, simply replace the chair and insert the one you'd like to try out here for this specific space. And this is how it goes. So see how practical this technique is, and see how you are in charge of every single line here. At the same time, it is super enjoyable. At the same time, low pressure. You don't need to create the entire space completely from scratch. You don't need to create all of those light and shadow play in order for your visualization to look realistic. Like, what for if you're in a hurry, right? Of course, if you want to enjoy the drawing process and you'd like to actually learn how to draw, this is another skill, and also teach you how to do so, obviously. But I want you to understand the difference. For your quick designs, you don't need that. Let me show you a few more examples. Like, this is how I turned a simple AI render into my custom space by adjusting some of the details, colors, getting rid of the things that I don't need. And then based on this quick sketch, I created a realistic drawing for my artwork. Yes, I also created this artwork and I wanted to test what it's gonna look like inside the space. Then I'd like to quickly show you a few more quick designs, techniques. Here, this is how I use, for instance, how I use this technique for testing a few ideas for my bedroom, because I didn't really like this mass production artwork, so I decided to insert a few ideas of my own, mount mountain sketches. This is, by the way, one of my latest ones. Let me show you one of my latest iPad sketches here, the mountain sea. You can even take your iPad with you, and with the right brushes, you're gonna want to create your own artwork. But this is another topic for another video, okay? Let's get back to our quick designs. Here, for instance, another quick design idea. See, same story. First, you insert the before picture, then you cover everything. Remember, we declutter the space, and then step by step we import our elements according to the perspective, to scale, and all of these things. Once again, make sure to download that guide right below the video, which I already attached for you. This is gonna be your perfect first step. You're gonna have this basically step-by-step instruction in a written form so that you can check it out, so that you can implement something into your own workflow. Let's say this is Brain. This is so enjoyable. I mean, wow. I like how it combines that creative touch, you know, the joy of creating something with your hands, but with the power of modern tools, allowing you to do it in the quick way possible, avoiding those, you know, time-consuming decisions, costly mistakes, and all of these things. So that's it, what I wanted to show you today in this small lesson, so to speak, like lesson/YouTube video. But I'm so incredibly passionate about all of these opportunities. Like, AI has opened an entire new door for my creativity. There I also create my before pictures, I redesign them on my own, I create images, I also print them, and this is what I've created so far. So this is actually the real interior from Vitro, but this interior I generated with AI first, and then on my own I replaced the coffee table, I adjusted the lamp so that at the end I have this unique composition on my own, and at the end I have this unique sketch. So, see you in the next videos, because I'll surely be creating more and more videos on this powerful combo of drawing, AI, and iPad. So I hope to see you there. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for staying till the end, and with big drawing energy. Bye bye.